Questo podcast fa parte di Voice Podcast Creators Company.
The history of powerful bombs is a stark testament to humanity's relentless pursuit of technological advancement, often with devastating consequences. From the early atomic bombs to the modern-day thermonuclear weapons, the journey of explosive development highlights both the incredible ingenuity of scientists and the grave ethical dilemmas posed by such destructive power. Today we'll explore the evolution of these bombs, the science behind their operation, and their impact on history and the environment, all while considering what the future might hold. When we talk about the most powerful bombs, we must begin with the first atomic bombs, which were developed during World War II under the Manhattan Project. These weapons, based on nuclear fission, released energy by splitting the nuclei of heavy atoms like uranium-235 or plutonium-239. The bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, codenamed Little Boy and Fat Man, demonstrated the unprecedented destructive potential of nuclear technology. Hiroshima's bomb had an estimated yield of 15 kilotons of TNT, while Nagasaki's bomb released about 20 kilotons. These explosions obliterated cities, killed tens of thousands instantly, and left a legacy of radiation sickness and environmental devastation. The shockwaves of these bombings went far beyond Japan, shaping global politics and scientific priorities. The Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union became an arms race, with each side vying to develop even more powerful weapons. This led to the invention of thermonuclear bombs, also known as hydrogen bombs, which operate through both fission and fusion. In a hydrogen bomb, a fission reaction acts as a trigger for nuclear fusion, the same process that powers the sun. This fusion reaction combines light isotopes like deuterium and tritium, releasing energy on a scale far greater than fission alone. One of the most infamous thermonuclear weapons in history is the Soviet Union's Tsar Bomba, tested on October 30th, 1961. With a yield of approximately 50 megatons, equivalent to 50 million tons of TNT, it remains the most powerful explosive ever detonated by humans. To put this into perspective, Tsar Bomba was over 3,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. The explosion produced a mushroom cloud that reached a height of 60 kilometers and caused a shockwave that circled the Earth multiple times. Remarkably, the bomb's yield had been reduced from its original design of 100 megatons to limit global fallout. Even at half strength, it shattered windows more than 900 kilometers away and generated seismic activity detectable around the world. Modern thermonuclear weapons are not as large as Tsar Bomba, but they are more sophisticated and precise. The miniaturization of warheads has allowed for their deployment on intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, SLBMs, and even tactical battlefield weapons. These advancements increase the strategic and tactical utility of nuclear arsenals, making them more versatile but also more dangerous due to the increased likelihood of their use in a conflict. While the destructive power of these bombs is clear, the scientific principles behind them also have broader implications. The fusion reactions in hydrogen bombs have inspired research into fusion energy as a potential clean and virtually limitless source of power. Facilities like the International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor, ITER in France, aim to replicate the fusion process in a controlled and sustainable way, potentially revolutionizing energy production. The use and testing of powerful bombs have left lasting scars on the environment and human health. For instance, nuclear testing during the mid-20th century released significant amounts of radioactive isotopes into the atmosphere, affecting ecosystems and human populations far from the test sites. The Marshall Islands, where the United States conducted numerous nuclear tests, remain uninhabitable in some areas due to persistent radiation. Studies on survivors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, as well as populations exposed to fallout from testing, have provided invaluable data on radiation's effects on the human body, including increased cancer risks and genetic mutations. These studies also contribute to medical advancements. Understanding how radiation damages cells has improved treatments for cancer through radiotherapy. Researchers are even investigating whether mechanisms observed in organisms exposed to radiation, like the production of protective antioxidants in plants near Chernobyl, could lead to therapies for radiation exposure or other diseases. Speaking of Chernobyl, the area surrounding the nuclear disaster site offers an intriguing parallel to the aftermath of bomb tests. Following the 1986 reactor explosion, the exclusion zone became a hotspot for studying how life adapts to high radiation levels. Surprisingly, many species of plants and animals have thrived in the absence of human activity. This resilience raises questions about the long-term adaptability of life in extreme environments and whether lessons from these ecosystems could inform human survival strategies in radiation-heavy scenarios, such as space exploration. The future of powerful bombs lies in a delicate balance between deterrence and disarmament. The doctrine of mutually assured destruction, EMAD, has so far prevented large-scale nuclear conflicts, but it also perpetuates the existence of vast arsenals. Efforts toward arms control, such as treaties to limit nuclear testing and reduce stockpiles, are crucial to mitigating risks. However, emerging technologies, including hypersonic delivery systems and advanced missile defenses, complicate the strategic landscape, making global cooperation more important than ever. Public awareness and advocacy also play a vital role in shaping the future. Campaigns like the International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons, ICAN, which won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2017, highlight the catastrophic humanitarian consequences of nuclear war and push for the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. These efforts remind us that the most powerful force is not the bomb itself, but the collective will to prevent its use. Understanding the history and science of powerful bombs is more than an academic exercise. It is a moral imperative, a reminder of humanity's capacity for both destruction and innovation. As we navigate the complexities of modern geopolitics and scientific discovery, the lessons of the past must guide us toward a future where such devastating tools are no longer needed. And perhaps in that future, the energy harnessed for destruction can be redirected toward building a world where ingenuity serves life rather than obliteration.
E ora un consiglio dal Voice Network.
Se hai un progetto nel cassetto e vuoi trasformare i tuoi buoni propositi del 2025 in realtà, ho una proposta per te. Sono Stefania Brucini e con il mio podcast Un passo al giorno ti accompagno in un percorso per trasformare le tue idee in azioni concrete. Bastano 5 minuti al giorno per sviluppare costanza e scoprire cosa conta davvero per te. Ti aspetto tutti i giorni, dal lunedì al venerdì, su tutte le piattaforme audio.